It matched my wall today. That's okay. Welcome back. It is time to check in with the 12-week year. We are officially two-thirds of the way through it in more ways than one. I am really excited for today's check-in. So let's go ahead and get started right away. If you're new to the 12-week year, it's basically a system that was designed to make your goals always urgent because you only have 12 weeks in which to complete them. The goal is to create between 1 and 3 major goals to focus on for 12 weeks, decide which things you need to do on a daily or weekly basis to reach those goals, and then check in weekly. It's the checking in weekly that I do on YouTube, and we're on week 8. This is a Notion template I made that I think has been really crucial in the progress that I've made in the last 8 weeks, and you can get it at the link in my description if you're interested as well. But let's go ahead and go in. What I have here is a list of the tactics for the week and then weekly review questions. You can use this view to look at what is going well, what tactics you're accomplishing, and if you're hitting any notable leg measures. I haven't done my wrist rehab yet today, but there's a reason for that, partly that I'm checking in early in the day. And also, I hit a notable leg measure this week. So we did 100% of our yoga, but this still brings us to 71% on the goal of a 45-minute vinyasa. With YouTube, I was averaging 116.5% on getting my tactics complete. And with my musical, I had 125%, which is exciting. But let's go ahead then and get into all of these questions because I'm to a weird place in my 12-week year in terms of what we're going to do. So for my workshop, the biggest thing I did was I spent this week working on the notation for To Catholic. I had the melody already finished, but just today I finished the whole accompaniment, which is really exciting. That was my goal for the week. Next week, it is probably going to be Since I Shared Your Life, which I haven't even started yet. So that was my major thing for this week. We'll go ahead and add it here. This is just kind of my record of the hard thing that I did. I am getting faster. 3 hours for a 2-minute and 40-second song is way faster than I was doing at the beginning. So this is just kind of moving along. Technically speaking, I added the status to show that this is done according to this. We have had a workshop, it is out for review, but I am going to continue working on the next steps until I reach a point that I'm not able to do any work without collaborators. I think it's just useful to keep it going. This is my major win for the week. Yesterday, I did a 45-minute vinyasa with no modifications whatsoever. I already wrote it in here. I did this yoga for Adriene with Adriene video, yoga for renewal. It felt like an appropriate one to do. And look at this pose here with that weight on the hand. Like I did that. I put weight on my wrist hand like that. 3 months ago, I couldn't even bend, and I can do this now. It's really exciting. Obviously, I haven't hit my major goals yet of being able to get back to handstand, but this was the goal. So technically speaking, I'm done with this one too. So we're 2/3 through the 12-week year. It's the end of the 8th week. And we're also 2/3 through my goals, in that, technically speaking, 2 of them are done. It's just this one that I've not finished. I think this one is also the one that's much more up to, well, you guys watching and enjoying my content. But I do want this to be my focus. I do finally have new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome. I am so glad you're here. And we had 3 hours of watch time. Part of what I did for my videos this week, I think because this is my goal to focus on for March. On Tuesdays, I believe, why not? I'm going to do a little bit with Notion, talk about some of the trackers that I use and what I would do if I was starting in Notion right now, and do some like build alongs with me. So I'm hoping that will make a little bit of progress. I am still ahead, but not as ahead as I'd like to be on recording ahead of time. I have a plan now to start batching these because, again, this can be my focus. And it's really weird to sit here and look that I have another 4 weeks left of my 12-week year that I don't really even need. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just go continue making progress on these because, again, like I hit my goals for the 12-week year, but I didn't hit my goals for completion. I still want to get back to gymnastics. I still want to finish all the music for my musical and have like a score. So I think I'm going to keep things the same, but I am already in the back of my mind brewing what's going to be the goals for my next 12-week year. I need to figure out if I'm going to keep tracking the same wrist movements or if I want to just move on to doing yoga and weight bearing yoga 3 times a week and letting that be it. But I do think my strength is just not quite all the way there yet in my wrist, and I should keep it up, at least to some extent, like even hitting 50% of the time to be making enough of a difference. And it's kind of a testament to how consistency, even if it's inconsistent in any given day, the consistency over time of showing up a little bit when you can is making a really big difference. So my next step for my 12-week year is to redo my schedule in terms of thinking about when I want my focus blocks to be and when I want to like batch record videos, when I want to be doing work on my musical versus work for planning ahead for the next 12-week year versus just my client work that I do need to keep up on. And I will see you soon then with a couple extra videos.